remember a time in high school where I was overly sensitive about things, and people knew they could get to me by claiming I was Lucifer. And it's like, yeah, and I ended up going the opposite way in terms of not wanting to share anything with anyone because of how many times I got hurt by being overly sensitive about things. Oh, the stories I can tell. I guess that's why I'm up here. All right, now for the regularly scheduled jokes. Yes, earlier today, I like having my after-work routine, and that means going through emails, but I just can't believe how many junk emails I've been getting, more than in the regular inbox. And I usually don't read them, but it still blows me away how many of them in the junk box are apparently for hookups. And it's like, yeah, whenever I see an email that says, "Hi, handsome," I know that they haven't seen my picture, because this is usually not considered to be handsome. And then, what's another common one besides that? Not just the hookups. Oh, now they're telling me what size my prostate is. It's like, pass, I don't need to hear that. As far as I know, it works fine. I don't need to know what size it is. Well, I know on this night of a snow emergency in the Twin Cities, I know I'm more careful about where I park my car. I just hope I chose the right place, because I chose an indoor place. Not your typical ramp, it was even more indoors than that. And I know that I can get easily frustrated about things if I find locked doors. And I know that building said some of the doors lock after 10 o'clock, and it is now after 10 o'clock. I guess I will just have to keep trying doors until I find one that works. But I know that, of course, also on a winter night like this, when I was looking at my car when I got in there, I said, oh, it reminds me of a scene in the movie Back to the Future when they go 1 minute into the future and then the car comes back, and then Marty McFly asks Doc Brown, "Is it hot?" "No, it's cold, damned cold." I mean, just all the snow on it and everything made me think of the Back to the Future car. So to be continued about that one. I guess it's called maturity. I'm trying to avoid being frustrated as often as possible. I'm trying to get there. Sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I'm not. I know one reason why my emails piled up more than they normally do was I actually performed on Sunday, something I normally don't do because I don't want to get burned out with something I love doing. But when a performer I've worked with before that's a pretty big deal asks me to perform a role in her show, you take it. And I was the live blogger, where I was just doing Facebook postings on the show's page. And what I liked was I actually got responses to some of those, like saying, "Oh, couldn't make the show tonight. I'm thankful you're telling me about it." And the postings got me more exposure than my page normally does. But I don't have near as many Facebook friends as most people do either. And I take a lot of pride in writing, so it's like, good. I have more exposure on my writings as well. Except some of the things I was taken aback by, because it was a meat raffle comedy show, and I wasn't sure if it was fine to eat some of the meat that was being sent my way, because sometimes they're making jokes about how the meat had been expired for a while. I haven't been to a real meat raffle, only this comedy version, but I hear it's a thing in the upper Midwest. How to Speak Minnesotan, yeah, I think they've already done that book. And I've seen that play. So there was that, and then other things happened in my life. I like finding movies on loan from the library because they're free if you get them back in time. They give you a week. Well, this week it was a double feature. It was the original movie and then the sequel called Goon, about somebody who played hockey but would just fight. And I'm not sure why I picked that one up. I know, starred Sean William Scott, and I once worked with somebody who said that she went to high school with him because he grew up in this area. So yeah, I guess when I go to hockey, I go for the skill, not the fighting. But I guess the thing I really liked in it was one song that was in both movies. It was Scotland the Brave. And I go to Canadian Days in Little Canada. I like hearing them play bagpipes. And for a while, I didn't know what that song was because, of course, when they play bagpipes, you're not necessarily going to hear lyrics. But I was really getting into that. But I just wish there was more of those two movies that I liked besides just that one song. And since Ski is here, I know he has been wearing a kilt before. I'm wondering if he ever plays bagpipes because, well, that would be cool to hear that sometime besides just at Canadian Days. Oh, yeah, usually I don't call out people, but that time it seemed appropriate. So, yes, there was that one. Oh, karaoke. I always have these karaoke stories because that's half my stage time now. And I still don't know how I feel about certain songs that get sang all the time. Ladies, try something different than 3 songs that I'm hearing all the time. The Carrie Underwood song about cheating, the Dixie Chicks song about killing a bad husband. Not all men are like those 2 songs. And now I've noticed the third one is Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. And I like what one friend, the karaoke jockey, said about it. It's a feminist nightmare. Because what is it saying? She can be late, but doesn't want you to be late. She can change her mind a million times. Probably doesn't want the man to do that. She can burn the dinner, and you better still like the dinner. And it's like, yeah, I guess it reminded me of some of the double standards I had being in relationships. So I'm wondering if I'm really missing anything by dating. I know it's just a song, but I know that some people really like that song and probably would like that in their relationships. So it's like, I don't know who that would be, but it's definitely not me. So yes, the karaoke story, and I know there's another good one here. Oh yes, watching a college football bowl game at a bar. It was the Holiday Bowl. My school, the Iowa Hawkeyes, was playing the Holiday Bowl, and they won. Yay! I was wearing my Holiday Bowl shirt and button that I ordered from the Iowa Hawk shop and had delivered by UPS. And I go there and I don't know anyone there, but I still people watch because it's kind of hard not to do that. And there was one family there, and I guess one of them was always trying to have fun with the other by doing a thumbs down, mentioning Gale Sayers, a pro football player. It's like, why does he keep doing that? It's like, oh, he's just having fun with him. And it's like, well, I know that when people do that to me, saying that they're just teasing me, after a while I tell them, fuck off. People don't like that, but I don't believe that everything was meant to be a joke, that people can hide behind, oh, it was just a joke, you can't take a joke. Not everything is funny. And yet, I still try to tell jokes, go figure. I know, that sounds contradictory. That might be a good one to end on because, all right, I see the signal, so there we go. Thank you, you've been great.